Hi, welcome to PoPTV Walking the Line, brought to you by Power Pop and Walk On Music. Today we speak to US singer-songwriter Dion Roy. Dion will be performing at TAB, Singapore from the 21st to the 26th of September. We just had a 20-minute session with him. Hope you enjoyed this short little interview with Dion. Okay, Dion, welcome to Singapore.
Thank you.
When did you get into Singapore?
Just yesterday, actually. I came in 7 o'clock in the morning. I think it was in the morning. It depends whose calendar or time zone you're on. But yeah, 7 o'clock yesterday, and just been walking around and taking in the city and seeing all the food and all the crazy cultures and everything. It's very cool.
So what would you say are your musical influences and inspirations?
That's a interesting question because I come from bass.
Yeah.
So I really like Muse, and I really like Victor Wooten and all these guys, and I feel like they come up in my music. But as a songwriter, it's Jeff Buckley,
okay,
Pete Yorn, Ryan Adams, Snow Patrol, and those guys, the songwriters, Bob Dylan a little bit, and that definitely is where most of my music comes from. But every now and then a little bit of rock and roll, some rhythmic stuff comes out, throw it in there.
So I guess earlier you were mentioning that basically you started out more or less playing bass in bands. So what made you do the transition to kind of like a solo singer-songwriter? It's a bit different.
Yeah. It was a few things actually. As a bass player, I started writing for some of the bands I was in.
Right.
And okay, take the song, and then they run with it, and it's kind of difficult. It's like no, I think the song should be this way or this way, and it was not a problem. But I realized I was starting to write melodies. I was writing, even melodically on bass, I was writing melodies instead of bass lines, and and then some of the bands I with decided they want to do cover. They want to be in a cover band because it's better money, and it wasn't about money for me. I just love music, and nothing wrong with a cover band. It just wasn't right for me. And then if there was going to be a lead singer or singer who's a pain in the ass, it's going to be me rather than somebody else. It was just a natural progression for me. And who knows, I might go back to bass for a year and go back.
Sure.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, you released your first album last year. It's called Gallery.
Yes.
And how did that album come together?
That was a collection of just a lot of songs I'd been working on, some of them for a few years, while I was just still getting my start. So that was very, very much like a personal album, a lot of stories that related to my life. I like a lot of the songs on there. I hate some of the songs on there, but I had to record them. They had to get done, and it was, if I was going to do anything, I was going to put out that album and just have my own one, and it was fun. It was a big learning experience. I feel like I've grown significantly since that, and that's only a year ago.
Yes.
But all kinds of different experiences. Usually girls, but here and there is a few different things.
I mean, there's one song which to me is a standout track, Once It.
Yeah.
Which I really like. It's got a great melody. It really sticks in your head, And it's got a bit of a cool lyric about it. So what's that about? Is there a story behind it?
Yeah, that one was about a lot of people actually on first listen think it's like, oh, she wants it, just not from me, and it's a sad thing. But if you read the lyrics, it was more of like a reversal, and that's how it was. And then I said, see you later, so, but yeah, that one's been in a few indie films and some, it was just on, I don't know if you get it in Singapore, it's a show called Tosh.0 on Comedy Central. Actually, it has really good ratings above Jon Stewart. And last week it was in that song, on that TV show, and that's like one of my better selling. I think #2 or something like that.
It's a great song. It really is.
Thanks. Yeah, but that's the one that's like, I'm gonna play Wants It, but you can't leave after I play Wants It. I have new stuff and other stuff. You gotta listen to that too. Here comes the rain.
Down, yeah. So you have a new EP out.
Yep.
About 4 songs.
4 songs.
The first 2 songs a bit more kind of edgier.
Yeah.
More kind of indie, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's one song called "Dirty Hotel Scenery." So what's that about?
That was that was actually a song I'd written even before Wants It and before any of these, and it's just like a fun story about somebody who, it's just a fiction story about somebody who kind of lost a lot, and it was kind of about some of the things he went through, and he was just locking himself in a hotel room, and he had lost somebody close to him, and it was a collection of stories, and I wasn't gonna put it on, but it just when it got mixed, it just came out and was just like, I like this, and it's a little different, and it's not going to be a pop hit, but it's very much, I like it. It's a little more rhythmic.
It shows a kind of different side to your songwriting.
It's more the storytelling, fictional, and it was going to be an idea for a short story I was writing, and I just kind of liked it better in a song, and I think it came out pretty well.
Yeah, it did. So what do you hope to take away from Singapore experience?
I hope to just make some new friends while I'm here, make some new fans, and who knows, I'll come back here and be playing at the F1 convention
that'd be cool.
And just see what how a different culture reacts to some of the topics that I write about. How do they react to Dirty Hotel? How do they react to The Wave? There's a lot of bands who do really well in Japan and then are dead in the UK and the US, and I'm just curious to see how people react to it.
Maybe you'll get a couple of new songs out of your Singapore experience as well.
Oh yeah, they're coming. I was writing all morning, and they'll be probably about food, I think.
Well, after one day you figured out, you sussed it out.
Or insomnia.
So what are your immediate future plans after you go back home?
Well, I'm working on a new full length, I think.
Okay, cool.
I have a lot of 14 or 15 songs that are written, ideas and concepts that I want to go back and do, and Nearest Light only came out maybe 2 months ago, but even when I was finishing that, I was ready I had new music, like I'm done with those, let's move on. And so I have that, and I have a couple tours, I think a 5-week tour, which is still in the works. Hopefully I find out in the next day or two.
Okay.
And but I definitely a lot of touring, throughout the States. Hit some of the cities I hit in the summer. Had a great time during the summer, playing all over the East Coast, and a lot of fun, a lot of good new fans, and I gotta go back. Give them more. Give the people what they want.
Yeah. But right now, of course, is the next 5 nights. So maybe you wanna tell your fans in Singapore what they can expect in the next 5 nights.
Yeah, you can expect a lot of good music and a lot of craziness. And come say hey, hang out, email me. I'm an accessible guy. I love to hear what people think of the music, good, bad, what you like, what you don't like, what you love, what you hate, and that's what they can expect.
Okay, so Dion Roy will be at TAB Singapore for the next 5 nights. So please come down and take a look at what Dion has in store for you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks.
You're welcome.